All right, let's talk about 3 leadership concepts you need to know. The first one is responsibility, then accountability, and then authority. So responsibility has 2 parts. It has care and custody, and it has the duty or obligation to bring something to a successful conclusion or to accomplish a task. To say that you're responsible for something means that you have to have care and custody of it to protect it, and also that you have to successfully deliver on a mission or a task. That's responsibility. Accountability, or to provide an accounting, is you have the requirement to explain your actions and decisions about an issue. And all of us should be accountable for our behavior, whether we're in a leadership position or not. And lastly, we have authority. Authority is the power to make decisions that will direct the movement of people or resources to accomplish a goal. So if you have responsibility, you have to have authority that comes with it to make sure that you can successfully negotiate that mission. And don't forget, whether we're in leadership positions or not, we're all accountable for our behavior one way or another. So those are 3 big leadership concepts you need to know: responsibility, accountability, and authority. So if the goal of this discussion is understanding and not necessarily agreement, well, what does that mean? How does that translate to something in the real world? How is that helpful to you as you're listening to this? Well, the first thing is, stop trying to convince people of your position within the discussion. Most agreements happen between conversations, not within them. People don't, in the middle of a conversation, go, oh my gosh, you're right. I totally agree. You're right and I'm wrong, and that's the end of that. Nobody does that. People change their own minds, and they change their own minds between conversations, not within them. So by focusing on understanding and by explaining why you think the way you think, it allows them the space to decide whether they agree or not. And that's always done on their terms, not on yours.
Hey, let it go. Let it go. There's no money in revenge. There's no satisfaction in resentment. You forgive other people not for them, but for you, so you can move on. Let it go. Okay, so once you really understand how to make a good apology, you see bad apologies everywhere. And while a good apology can help repair a relationship, a bad apology makes things worse. And so I recently got a text message from a service provider that I paid a lot of money to get service from. They're like, yeah, we're sorry we screwed up about that thing. I'm thinking to myself, what? That's not an apology. You think just saying the word sorry means you've apologized? Oh, no. We need to review this, okay? There's 3 parts to an apology. The first is saying I'm sorry or saying I apologize. That's the first part. That's only step 1. Step 2 is you have to talk about what is it about your behavior that you have judged is incorrect, right? What is the mistake that was made? And the third part is, what is your commitment to changing in the future? And if you don't have all 3 of those parts, you have to say, I'm sorry. You have to say what the behavior or the problem was. And the third thing is you have to commit to not doing it in the future. And if you don't do all those 3 things, that is not an apology. And the chances are good that'll make things worse rather than better.
Friendly reminder, apologies are for behaviors, not for feelings. And the true test of an apology is whether the behavior changes in the future. No one's intimidated by you. You're behaving in a way that suggests you're unapproachable. There's a difference, right? So I'm in the military. A lot of people, especially junior people, when they see this symbol, it means a senior person to them. And some people might say, oh, aren't people intimidated by you because you're a colonel? No, because I don't project an unapproachable persona, right? I project an approachable, friendly, and engaging presence because that's my job, to positively influence people. No one is intimidated by you. You're unapproachable. Fix that.